Andrew McCart, iFLTV, delighted to be joined by Mr. Sonny Edwards himself. Sonny, you've had a good little break. I saw your Instagram, you're on holiday, you're doing your thing, but you're back on the grind.
Yeah, I mean, there was no work really going for the last couple of months. The last show I worked was Iman Zatmakesh in the first round knockout down in Bournemouth. That was the last show. Then we had August pretty much completely off, and yeah, I feel like I'm back at school. Summer holiday, 6 weeks, and I'm ready to go.
Do you remember when you were back at school and you had them cards? You ever do that? You had them cards and you used to go, football cards, like World Cup and all that, you used to swap the cards to
Like
put
the
your
football
sticker
cards, football cards. I collect the Pokemon as well. I still do Yu-Gi-Oh! I had,
But the boxing cards, you got any of them?
Well, I've actually I've started my recent collection, and you know, where else better to start than
Let me put that close to the camera, let me see.
Come on, make sure you get the zoom in. Wait, no, let me get one out. Go on, hold my mic. This is the first look.
The first look, first edition. Sonny Edwards card.
It looks like I beat him there, doesn't it?
It does look like you're actually winning the fight there.
You know what I mean?
It looks like you've knocked him down with a left hook.
It must have been in one of the early rounds. My eyes all smashed up, but...
Are you giving me one? I'm putting you on the spot now, come on.
Yeah, I don't mind saying no to people, Andy. I've never had a...
I know that, Sonny, I know that.
I've never had a problem with that.
I'll get one somehow, some way, don't worry about that. I don't know if I
Go buy the packs. Well, right now they're sold out. They released today, but they were sold out before they even released. How crazy.
That's listen.
And apparently the word is Tops are so surprised what a support boxing has had and the interest that I can only imagine that they're really going to keep up the lines, because just like Undisputed, when it came out, it'd been 12 years since a boxing game had been released on any sort of platform, and that's done ridiculous numbers. I think over 2 million units sold so far and still going up. And now Tops has gone into the boxing cards. There's matchroom fighters. There's you can get Mayweather, I'm sure. You can get Jake Paul. There's all the fighters from around the world, and the interest has been massive to my knowledge. All the pre-sale ones sold out straight away before they even released to the public. So yeah, go and try and get them if you can.
And even right now, can't even get a freebie. That's how in demand these are.
No such thing in this life as a freebie, Andy. You know that.
Very, very true.
Be scared of the free lunch.
Very, very true, my man. Listen, Leo Atang, this is why we're here. Next Gen, second professional
I'm Brad
fight.
Casey.
I'm Brad Casey. You're Dave.
Yeah.
We'll go on Brad Casey, but Leo Atang, because right now this heavyweight scene's booming right now, and I seen this Sky Sports news thing with Moses Itauma, and those two guys are going to be mentioned together until they fight. It might be 5 years down the line, but you've got two young British heavyweights that talk well on the mic. They can fight. So when you think about that potential fight, obviously Moses is still learning his craft. How much does that excite you?
Learning his craft. Moses is fringe world level already.
Exactly, but Leo's still learning his craft. But how excited when you hear the possibility of those two fighting in the near future?
You know what's crazy? I'm in group chats where some of the lads aren't fully aware of who's connected to Leo, don't know that I'm part of his management team. And when Moses beat Dillian White, I'm seeing messages in a group chat. Oh, they better make the Leo Atang fight sooner rather than later. It better not be like another anti-Joshua Tyson Fury. And that's from people already. Now, Leo shouldn't even be getting mentioned in the name of Moses Itauma right now. And I can see why they are, because he's got all the potential and the athletic ability and the years graft and the hard work ethic. And you can see he's got that superstar market ability. He smiles and he lights up the room. And, you know, every woman I know around boxing is saying, oh, he's going to be a problem in a minute, you know what I mean? And he has that, and he has that attention, and he has that draw. And look, when the time's right, it will be on Leo's. And we can only imagine that by the time Leo gets to looking at big titles and world title fights, it's probably going to be Moses there. So, you know, he's not put a foot wrong, and he has looked as impressive as any heavyweight I can remember seeing. So, like, it's not something that we're chasing or even want to be put. It's not us mentioning it.
It's the fans and us in the media.
It's the rest of the world. And Leo's had one fight. It lasted a minute and a half or something. And look, he's 18 and a half. He's still very, very young. And you know, it's our job. Anthony Fitzpatrick, his manager, mine as his kind of boxing advisor, I guess. Ash, his trainer. It's our job to go through the stages, promote a matchroom to build him and give him the right fights at the right times. But right now, it's simple. Get him as busy and active as possible. Fight him all over. all over the country, all over the world. Let people have a look at him, but we're not in no immediate rush to be crossing thresholds of the next level. I know he is, and we are blown away by the amount of belief in him already. People have seen him in the ring for less than 2 minutes and are already trying to get him to fight basically a step away from world level, really. But, you know, that fight will come for Leo when it's ready. It's not something we're chasing. We're not marketing his career on Moses Itauma and his success. But like I said, everything points to that any heavyweight in the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years potentially, by the time they want to fight for a world title, will probably have to fight Moses Itauma. He's seemingly that good at the moment, and I can't see him slowing down.
Well, you mentioned that it better not be another sort of Joshua versus Tyson.
No, that's what someone else mentioned.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what
I didn't take it back. I'm telling you what someone else
quoted. But I'm saying
it.
that I'm hearing that as well as fans and media guys. But now Frank and Eddie are friends, so it looks like that could be a matchup made in the near future. But like I say, he's only one fight in, and it's not even a full fight. It's like 2 minutes. We've seen him as a professional, but you've seen him around the gym. I've been around him around fight week and weigh-ins and whatnot. He seems like a level-headed kid. He's got that. I don't know what it is about an 18-year-old kid that just takes everything in his stride. He seems to already deal with the pressure quite handily right now.
Yeah, and even though he's not even one of those fighters that feels too prideful to admit I was feeling nervous, or to admit, it was quite a lot this week, because he's generally a nice kid. He's transparent, he's straight up, and look, I love spending time around him. Brad Casey, the lads, it's like a lot of energy coming through, a lot of excitement, a lot of hard work as well going into it. So like I said, it's our job to make sure we steer the snakes and ladders of the boxing world. As you know, Andy, how many fighters jump in that fight a little bit too soon, and now all of a sudden they're trying to find a way back, and they've lost the interest, they've lost the marketability. And look, I know it's not, ideal. Boxing fans want a 50-50 fight straight away. Don't want to wait for him either, but, Leo's still a kid. He's a son, he's a brother, a friend, and we're going to make sure that we do right by him. That's our responsibility, and making sure he's in the right rings at the right times. I have every belief that by the time he gets to the maturity age, the experience of his fights, his camps, traveling the world, being in the ring of all the different sort of levels, that when he gets there, he's going to be there, and not only is going to get there, he's going to be there to stay. So, like I said, we're in no immediate rush for it. We're not trying to sell him as, he's going to be the youngest heavyweight champion in the world. No, that's not what we're doing for him.
The next AJ, all this sort of stuff, yeah.
Well, he's the next AJ, but really, he's 18 and a half. By the time that Leo Atang was world champion in the amateurs, AJ's just putting on a pair of boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Leo was walking around lighter than I walk around now, fighting at first when he was age 14. A year ago, he was 92 kilos. Today, he's 105. He's still growing. He's got a lot of space still to grow, a lot of development to do. So we're going to let him get there. And we're never here screaming and shouting that we'd beat anyone, we'd beat everyone. No, we're taking it step by step. It's the Leo Atang show. It's the Atang train. Get on, or watch it go flying past.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm on it. Brad Casey then, another big fella. Looks like he could be a heavyweight. He looks about the same size as Leo Atang.
Yeah.
In a good division, the cruiserweight division, which is a good few years ago was a quiet division. Usyk lit up again, and then now we've got guys like Pat Brown and Alois Jr. here in the UK.
And we've had good in the UK. We've had Lawrence Coley, Chris Billum-Smith, Richard Riakporhe.
Chris Billum-Smith.
The cruiserweight division has really taken a place in British boxing, I think. And I think Brad Casey's only 20 years old as well, even though he's going to get on the scales in tremendous shape. They both prepare and train really, really well. I think Ash Martin is doing a fantastic job down in his Legion's gym. They're his 2 first charges coming through, and we're delighted to be representing them and supporting them. And everything points to York being a little hotbed of fighting coming up in the future. They've got a 1,500-seat arena. They've got a 10,000-seat stadium, and we're looking at some point in the not even too future to have both fighters selling out them, because Leo Atang was the biggest in his debut, was the biggest ticket seller on that show.
One final one for me before I let you go, because I think it's getting packed here. I'm getting pushed out the way here. Sonny, this MisFits scene. Carl Froch and Darren Till. Darren Till can scrap, by the way. He's a scary dude, man. Can you see that fight happening? What are you looking at there?
I don't know. I don't think Carl Froch will give it to him.
No.
I don't think Carl Froch would give it to him. As soon as he started calling him out, he just walked off. See you later. And McCart's been there and done it all. In a boxing ring, and I like Darren, and I think he can really fight. But in a boxing ring, he won't have the time to be able to do anything remotely close to what Carl did in his career. Like, Carl had generally mixed it with the best and came out shining. Even if he didn't win, he was always a serious competitor, one of the toughest men that we've ever seen from these sides of the shores. So, I don't know, maybe if he wants a little comeback, maybe, but I don't think he needs it.
Would you do MisFits?
If the right fight was offered, 100%, why not?
I can see your MisFits, Sonny.
Yeah, MisFits rings look easier than the professional boxing ones, so who knows? You know.
Definitely. Listen, Sonny, we're getting knocked about here, it's getting packed. Listen, thank you so much as always, brother, and look forward to the weigh-in. I'll see you next time. Cheers, mate. Thank you.